and walked over there to him and told him he got to get up and leave. That don't seem scary. So just because Buddy walked out, he can't just get mad because he's thinking like, damn, we supposed to be partners. I bring you on the show, then I pay you. And you can't even respect me when I told you. Come on, man, all these females out here, I told you. Her boyfriend out there. Like, you ain't gonna do that to our host now. Another little female, her man out there, whatever. Yeah, but we're not even business partners. So you're not gonna be doing that. You're not gonna be doing that. So that's all it was. Cameron just get mad. Like, damn, nigga said it for me. Like, my word ain't law. Like, my word is my shit. I brought you on this platform. You understand? But the reason why females should smile like that because your man can crash out when it's other people around, other men. And it's gonna be on the internet. You say something about the way. Now I didn't crush him. Now you done lost me. So you want to prevent that if you can. Or if you smiling, don't say thank you. Just say, if you're gonna say something to him, I got a man. I understand what you're saying, but I got a man. We can't do that. We ain't doing that. I got a man. That's what men want you to say. They don't want you to be like, thank you, and come on, man. You ain't got to do all that. He telling you he loves you and stuff like that. Ain't no thank you. It ain't none of that. Just, I got a man, and we ain't doing that. Turn down and smiling. Because it look bad when you smiling ear to ear. Like, you smiling ear to ear. So, you want to prevent that because niggas can crash out. Dudes crash out over love all the time.
Need extra funds? Whether it's debt consolidation, an unexpected expense, or a big goal, Upgrade has you covered with personal loans. Upgrade makes it easy to see if you qualify. Just check your rates in minutes with no impact on your credit score and no prepayment fees. With clear offer terms, affordable rates, and loan amounts up to $50,000, Upgrade offers you the flexibility to borrow for what matters most to you. Once approved, you can see funds in your account as quickly as 24 hours.
Hello, everyone. We've got some great NBA action for you tonight. Here alongside Tim Legler and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson with LA LaForce joining us courtside. Well, two of the best guards in the league going at it today, Grant. Is there a bit of bragging rights on the line? No, maybe not for the players themselves, BA, but the fans will absolutely use this game as evidence when they argue why their guy is the best. Pass to Thompson.
Doing better, Trevor. Now that I don't have to watch that.
Houston working the ball around.
Now the game is over.
Grant for three.
Look, I'm excited that we get that.
The defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
But at the same time, that game was not the most enjoyable one to watch. And we're gonna hope for better days ahead, Trevor, because at least they set the bar low. Now there's only up.
Where was the defense on that play?
That is a quality performance. You can't do it.
It's gonna be hard to do worse today.
What you love about KD is the way he thinks the game. Intelligent and experienced. You can count on him to always make the right play.
And for all the optimism, Grant, the Spurs having to navigate some tough seas with
I told you this was bad because of X, Y, Z, whatever I just said about one of the offseason. It's bad, right?
Then Wemby suffering
This
a
player,
blood clot
if
too.
you totally
Some trying
this
times,
say it's the preseason and the kind of guys out,
togetherness has helped.
or you say, no, this actually looks
Now
bad
here's
even
Vassell.
before free throw. How do you reconcile that?
Pass to Fox.
Yeah, it's a tough way. Like, look, I don't think there's a right way to take
Just 5 on the clock. Vassell left
I
side.
personally I'm gonna wait.
Three from Barnes.
I know no one
They get the rebound.
do that.
Great positioning on the putback.
Like you still have that.
A terrific follow-through from Wembanyama, proving he has a good head on his
I think
shoulders.
like the really important thing to consider
Durant for three.
roles and slotting into those set roles, and I think tonight we saw a little bit of let's just see what guys can do. Are going to do.
Time now to hear
No,
from
they're not going to be
Porter,
absolutely
Allie
the regular
LaForce.
season, I don't think, but let's just see what they look like this season. Trying it out and kind of so I saw a lot of that, especially, but I'm not surprised. I'm still talking about it later, but I'm not surprised.
We have to outwork him at all times. If we give him an inch, he's going to take a mile.
You know,
So coach is asking for his guys to go all out, try to slow the pace down tonight. Back to you guys.
Good job.
A lot of the players we saw the Suns will be playing legitimate. Whereas the Lakers had a few guys, obviously, that made
on the other end.
but I think we're talking about the Lakers. We're really talking
It's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by
Jake Arabia and, you know, Vando.
I'd say this. I think that if you are right now
almost
making
had
any
the
kind of a
steal.
definitive
You have to
statement
love
in
the
any
pressure
way
defense.
about the Lakers,
He is just trying to make an impact by
this is
disrupting
awful.
their rhythm.
See, this player is great,
Right there,
whatever.
Fox using his length to do damage
He's gone
inside.
way too soon
For three,
for
Durant.
that.
Yes, and a nice assist
I
from
don't think there's
Thompson.
anything you can take away
Durant's
from
got
one
6 points.
season game
I
and
love
make a
this
definitive
approach.
statement about
Getting
what a
him
team
involved
is.
early, and it's already paying off.
You need
And we knew coming into this game, we
a much
expected
bigger
him to
sample
be
size
very
than
involved.
that. But I think what we just saw
Three, Smith.
and project that out
Doesn't
in
go,
the course of
and
the
he's over
season,
one
and
from
this
the floor.
is simply what this
And really a
is. That
two-way
is
force in
gigantic.
transition. Sohan will run out on the
That
break,
said,
and he can
there
get
were a
back
lot of things
quickly on
that I
defense
think
as well.
Mike said that we talked about. Defensively, I thought the effort level really waned once the Suns started hitting threes. And I was a little bit concerned, particularly when we're talking about transition opportunities and things like that being a focal point for the Lakers. So the energy level was good to start the game, but it did drop off pretty quickly. They got a bit shell shocked, so that was not great to see. But again, does that mean that's what they're forever going to be? No. So the reaction of this team is blank, whatever that is. It's just not correct. It's not a good way to look at things through one preseason game. We need to take this for what it is. I don't think you can just sweep it under the rug and completely dismiss it, but I don't think you can take this as an indication in any kind of way of how the season will now go from here on out.
You know, I think that is just such an excellent segue into why I was giggling, because I had my friend Josh, who's a really big Suns fan, text me just now and said, "How are you feeling about DeAndre Ayton?" and I think your entire point about, you know, it's one preseason game and it's impossible to draw conclusions from it and stamp the season as this is what it's going to be in one preseason game. But I understand why he asked me, because if you look at the box score that we have right up on the Lakers Nation stream right now, Trevor, DeAndre Ayton on line.
Learn to lead in IT with an MS in IT and Management from UNC Greensport's Bryan School of Business and Economics. Explore new concentrations like generative AI for business and supply chain analytics by visiting bryan.uncg.edu.
This one. This little camera can get shots that look like they'll take on a drone, a gimbal, and pretty much a filmmaking crew. In this bite-sized 5-minute video, I'm going to show you my favorite shooting moves and things to do with this camera. Quick disclaimer, Insta360 have sent me over the X5.
And now ready to bring you some basketball action. I'm Brian Anderson, alongside Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. Allie LaForce is our reporter.
I do have a affiliate link down below. Definitely check it out if you are interested in buying.
And Grant, one thing we know about these teams, they can both go deep into their bench. That's
Let's get started. Now, the first thing I want to demonstrate to you is the drone-like shots that you can capture with this camera. Super easy. So what you need is the camera's
such complete roster.
What does that look like?
Tatum gets the bucket.
Well, the other thing I thought was interesting is the things that I liked about DeAndre were the areas that I was really hoping we would see some
And
play.
Jaylen
That's the
Brown
reason I
gets
was
a whistle that
setting
time.
into the rim section.
That's his
Because I
first
thought
foul of
about-
the game.
I had a couple of really big blocks at the rim where there was contention there. The area that I think the box that we just kind of checked for him,
That's to
which
Wagner.
was the offensive area and rolling to the basket,
Here's Carter.
that was where he actually
Oh, and
struggled
makes
the
it
most.
with the kiss.
Over two.
This is where
had 4
Carter Jr.
turnovers,
looks to
getting the
score
ball,
from using his
quite a
size
bit.
to his
So
advantage.
that is the big thing that we expected to see on the DeAndre Ayton, and ended up being the exact opposite. I did like the compliment in the glass, but did like
And he throws
We saw them protecting the rim. Was very active, setting the screen, but the hands was rolling to the basket were a bit of a concern. That's did a nice job. Slightly there. By the way, I thought the bench was overall defense played really, really well. And really took advantage. Like, you could tell they knew the Lakers didn't have ball handlers out there on the floor, didn't have anybody who could really create aside from Austin Reeves. They really took advantage of that. That's credit to them. They did a nice job putting on some defensive pressure.
No, honestly, the more like I kind of see the opposite see it, right? The more I start to think about like who was on the floor and how that
Here's Simons.
So now that I think
Orlando
about
with the rebound.
You got off the read and you're running.
And just around a minute and a half into this first quarter.
You're probably
Well, it's hard to stop a 6'10"
I'm not sure how much
who can handle and play through contact.
There's Vanderbilt
two of them, Greg. The numbers were more similar for Paolo Banchero and Franz Wagner. Banchero is
then really, so like to me, like if you got LeBron on the weak side versus the guys in this game, I feel like the defense is
Tatum. Kick out to White. Boston needs to get off a shot here.
Again, not in the I'm just saying, like, look, like, I think it's on the side, and I know that my two biggest issues
And this is exactly who you want
probably
taking
going to
that
put a lot of my
shot.
attention that
Just
way.
missed it.
Let's get it right.
Textbook play inside. Wagner doing everything
that
right
is
in
not,
that case.
this is awful and everything is horrible is an excuse. Everything you say that it's not. Everything is awful and I pulled up on it was going to be terrible. Is only an excuse. Anything, and I was supposed to say
and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. That one on Ben Carroll.
With so many ways to get his points, Tatum draws a lot of contact throughout the game, gets himself to the line.
Good on the second, so he makes a ball. Graham, for all his competitive nature,
I will say this. There is an element of this, and part of it is the best part of it was the Lakers lack of figure. But part of what we saw also was the Lakers just could not make balls back. They could not make playoff fixes, anything. They couldn't have to run it.
And the call will be against Jason Tatum. That's his first foul.
With the shot clock about to expire, the last thing you want to do is foul. That's just giving them a gift.
Boston pulls it in.
Lakers 22 combined for Bronny and Dalton Connect. They shot 31% from the field and 17% from three. Part of them looking so bad was them shooting absurdly poorly. Like, you will lose every single game you play in the NBA if you shoot 17% from three and 31% from the field. That is an absurdly low percentage. And again, some of that is credit to the Suns defense. Some of that is the Lakers didn't have shot creators out there to help create good looks. That's part of that. Part of it too was it was just a terrible shooting night across the team.
Trust is being able to let go. And every day, millions of businesses come to us and do just that, knowing they're in the hands of the most trusted shipping brand. We hold on so you can let go. UPS, be unstoppable.
At Grand Canyon University, we believe in equal opportunity, and the American dream starts with purpose. By honoring your sacred vocation of cybersecurity, you will impact your family, your friends, and your community. GCU certificates, bachelor's, and master's online cybersecurity programs are designed to grow your dynamic capabilities in defending organizations from cyber attacks while enhancing your threat detection, risk assessment, and critical problem-solving abilities. Find your purpose at GCU. Visit gcu.edu.
Yeah, I mean, you're just not gonna win many games, Trevor, shooting that poorly, no matter how good.
I think you literally don't win a single game shooting that poorly.
I mean, I'm literally shooting that poorly. That point was having a rock fight.
The poor rims in that game.
I feel bad. Sorry to Palm Springs. Thank you for the hospitality. The Lakers will be you send the Lakers an invoice for the rim repairs.
The orange paint. They're gonna have to put on those.
Oh, yeah, they got to replace the ball. That one got dumped to the front row. It got a nice beverage still on it. Yeah, they got to pay for that too.
What was the biggest positive from this game?
Yes, I am happy we're talking about something good from the game. Obviously, we talked a little bit about Austin already, but I thought him looking.
I'm about to say Austin was the only thing that looked positive. Everybody else was ass. Everybody else need to get their shots up on Johnny Manziel because Devin Booker came out there busting ass.
Podcast. One of the interesting Lakers I thought maybe people haven't necessarily forgotten about, but I think the injuries have played a massive part in kind of like out on it. In New Orleans, so. We got some hype is what I like to call it when we get excited about a player because
I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy. And we've got Al LaForce reporting from the sidewalk.
And so when you hear something like that, you go, oh,
we know it is the Joel Embiid, one of the elite
and I thought tonight was perfect Vando game because on the playback stream that
former league MVP,
he said Vando gave a ton in the first half, and he had no points.
like he did.
I thought that major that with his keeper, he was phenomenal. He was everywhere. And in a lot of ways, he don't show up on the box. There was, in fact, there was one play in particular where the Suns were trying to eight-bound it, and Vando completely shut down the options they were trying to go to. They wound up throwing the ball out of bounds with their panic. With Vando completely shut down their options. He was defending multiple players out there, every possession, picking up full force. I thought defensively he was great. He was a box player. Oh my God, he was terrible game. No, I thought Jared Vando was really good. Now, the three did not fall. It took three of them. One of them was 50 back. One of them was not fall. The next two, I mean, the focus is still better because they go in, no, but I'll remind everybody, this first shot, by those should get Vando three did not improve or did improve, whatever. It's going to be 3 for 3. If you can't say it's a great start, but that doesn't mean you get very out of the road doing 3 shot. Guys and 50 guys,
such a
3 shots was not a big an attempt. We'll have to see a lot more than this, but willing to take them, even if it's a little annoying, they put them traffic and stuff like that, and I think they and I listened to the game, but that was my two only David was that he still didn't knock down the three. Otherwise, I thought Vanderbilt was phenomenal in this game. He was all over the place. Especially Austin James as well. Austin was great. He was actually 20 seconds with me. He was great. He was the best guy in the floor. Crafting, getting the rim, executing, setting up plays. And I had a really nice pass off to Jake Arabia for 4-3. That really stood out. So I thought Austin was absolutely fantastic. And the Lakers, I think they take the fault to pieces whenever he's not on the floor.
Can I ask you a fun question then?
Now Oubre.
Does a game like today...
It's Grimes on the wing. Connects from three-point range.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
What?
Williamson looking it over. Here he goes.
Because how did you take a guy with this three? Exactly. And then now you're our bench guy now.
Yeah, like, you know,
I'm trying to treat my nigga like that, bro. I'm not the shit.
Yeah, like it's not. Everyone's still taking off to come off the bench.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played.
So why you bring it up?
Yeah, I thought he was excellent. All right, let me get some of our chat questions and comments here. Rich David says, so while I was close to the preseason, hard to get over the panic, it's the preseason when everyone plays, but I think they leaned too much into turbo ball tonight. Jason says it's too fast, and sometimes we'll get there. I did see that a little bit on the offensive end earlier. I also saw, Jackson Hayes is something we're going to talk about. He picked up the foul, Benson picked up the foul at 10 seconds.
Let's see him.
This is Jackson Hayes' point, right? This is getting pretty. There was some bullish show in general, and I thought we got caught up in this, where it felt like the Lakers offense was so focused on trying to play faster that they actually got out of sync. Did you think that?
Oh yeah, I thought there were a couple possessions where it was better. Like that was kind of figure that we got to get into a first action. Which, by the way, I think both agree.
That shot was off.
Walk up with like 15
and Embiid has got the ball here for the 76ers.
They just kind of shoot themselves in the foot. I felt like
Oubre
outside to get a playoff.
And it's from
so I did think like the much effort to play faster. Not necessarily run up the court, right, and get the ball out of faster, but actually like getting to like the shot faster,
George with the steal.
Getting guys moving a lot earlier. Like from that perspective, I still view it as a positive, but I think like particularly for the ball handler, I think like if you're moving fast and guys aren't set or ready,
and they
or
double up and
there's like not a lot of communication.
And a bit of a battle
like,
for the
I
ball.
think you're gonna
Official signals a jump ball.
like it's preseason, yes, but I do think consciously trying to play faster did play a part in some of the turnovers we saw today.
Yeah, and that will just take time. That's not necessarily a bad thing, trying to play faster. It just can take time. So if you can settle in and then go from there. When we look at, particularly, that did pop up quite a bit with the turnovers, but J.J. Redick, I'm just reading from the post game here, did say that part of what they really wanted here was the team to make sure that they were talking and they were communicating. He said that they really talk more. I guess that's
we reached the end of the first quarter.
But I'm paraphrasing, but he said they needed to talk more, and he thought that here it is, run, talk, and compete were the 3 points of emphasis coming into the night, and he said the talk was not good, and the competitiveness
halfway through the first half in this one.
Sure did.
And looking at what we've seen from the 76ers, what do you guys think?
You can see they were every time they made a mistake, the Suns tended to get over the blue, not to them down. It got to the point where they just kind of, I don't want to say they tapped out, but they didn't compete at that same level for that
and keeping that
This is
head
one of
on
the
a
most haunted roads in
maximum
America. On the
anticipated
North
edge
Carolina
of
side,
there.
pretty Smoky Mountains National Park, by the road to nowhere. The road line is about 6 or 7 miles. Under the southern has dark tones. The ground has tall weeds and decaying fences. As the name suggests, the road goes nowhere. It ends against the wall of the mountain, where a hiking trail leads. If you bravely walk at night, the wind goes cold, winds are scary, and the darkness seems to last forever. Most of the chilling tales of supernatural nature, full of truly haunting and become of unlimited history. And in this place and city, the strange stretch of road, marked with a warning sign reading, "Welcome to the road to nowhere." Broken promise. 1943, the question mark. In 1940, the federal government needed to build a dam to create electric energy for the World War II efforts. Thousands of acres were flooded, and the people left in their ancestral homes and moved away. Many didn't even tear down the homes. They left their money where they were standing, hoping they could come back someday. Many families also left behind precious family cemeteries. To ensure those displaced families would not lose access to their homes, the federal government promised to create a road. It was meant to be around 40 miles. They ended up with only 6 miles.
Not putting too much behind it.
And Willie Green wants a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan.
And that was how we used the creation of the atomic bomb. Only to be forgotten and cut off in the whole homeland. Sadly, many families now have to take arduous road trips and hiking journeys to the
Yeah, I don't disagree with JJ whatsoever. I felt like there was a compounding thing every time the shot didn't go in or there was a ton of, like, there was a lot of exasperation or frustration, it felt like, from the Lakers. And I think when you kind of mentally, like, not checked out, but like when you got that going, but preseason, you're still trying to figure things out. I think it's a recipe for things to go bad. So again, like I said, I didn't think JJ was going to be happy with his performance at all, even in the preseason, because we're still seeing control of the court, and I thought he was one of the good ones, and I hope that you'll see better efforts in all 3 of those areas really on Sunday.
JJ did name Austin Reeves, Jared Vanderbilt, Christian Colombo, and R.J. Davis as the players who stood out. R.J. Davis did have a nice game, 5 for 8.
Second leading
from the Lakers, my goodness.
Yeah.
R.J. Davis got the very I don't know. I'm just curious to see what JJ saw with Colombo. Maybe I missed something. By that point, I may have just kind of, been on autopilot.
And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. And new leadership for the Pelicans. Greg looking to create a tough, no-excuses mindset.
And at the risk of making excuses,
I know, it's like, what are you
held this team
like,
back last season. So some of that toughness might be best reflected in their ability to just stay on the course.
The 3 from Poole. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. It was a lost season for the New Orleans Pelicans. Continued injury troubles derailing a team that was capable of top seed, leaving some wondering whether Hurts needed lifting. But with some fast help and a still talented roster, the hope is this will be the year. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Ellie, thanks a lot.
But that's kind of it. So if you're telling me the Lakers have 5 reliable
Here's Jones. Scoreless thus far.
Like by definition, they have more depth.
Poole, no good.
I have
76ers leading by 6.
I think they're going to get
Pass to McCain. This is the three. And so Poole will bring it up for the Pelicans.
But it was on the stuff putting things together here. Let's talk a little bit about moving up the list. 2 for 12 shooting. Missed a lot of those opportunities at the game.
3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Good D by Drummond.
Sometimes he got lost.
And here's Maxey. Basket counts.
I think he looked
Maxey's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And how explosive Maxey is. He's not your average guard in the paint.
1:39 left in the second quarter.
He will be asked to defend his position.
Here's the teardrop.
Not a big rebound.
Good work there as it goes.
Defensively, however,
Maxey's got the lead up to 10 now for the 76ers.
I felt like the fans were probably more.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the 76ers.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively,
Surprisingly, like I thought,
and making the offense uncomfortable.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse.
I can't say I'm
a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy.
This is the guy who really drives on the look that the other guys are going to get. That sometimes when he has to create that look on his own, it can be a little bit of a challenge. But the finishing of the list was, and that's always been maybe a little. A bit of concern with him, but it was particularly rough in this game. I was okay with the team overall. I thought defensively we did see some good things from him. I thought it was a little bit better off ball than like you said, got some deflections and things than what we've seen in the past. But we need to get Marcus Smart out there. We need to get some big money guys out there. He's going to ultimately be that starter. But Kevin, this is the Ram was a little concerning. The Ruby is typically a lot better than that, a lot more efficient than that. I do want to mention the play of the game, of course. That Jackson Hayes Pollock. I mean, we got to talk about that. Like that was about. I think he wasn't going to be in that role. He's got to be a solid player. Somebody's going to come in and do
2 points.
And I think you're more likely to get that out of Max, even if three-point shooting can be inherently inconsistent. But I am interested to see what Max can ultimately bring. But speaking of which, on the injury front, so there were a lot of guys out, but it sounds like just about all of them are going to be ready to go next week. Keep in mind, the Lakers, they play Sunday. They play the after tomorrow against the Warriors. Then they won't play again until that next Sunday. They have a whole week off. So Luka is out. We already know that. LeBron, I'm sure, will be out for Sunday. But part of that has to be the schedule where if you sit these guys for Sunday's game, they have a whole week to train and rehab and do whatever they need to do until they play again. So I think that's got to be part of the decision making here. But Luka, LeBron, Marcus Smart,
his shot was off the mark this time. And so is Philadelphia, with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. Back right after this. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Screen by Oubre. Oubre on the way.
Not by Sunday, by the following Sunday. It's a good chance to fight from LeBron.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. And for over a decade in the NBA, Greg, Paul George was as scary a wing as you'd find.
Man, a two-way terror with elite size and athleticism. The Sixers paid him moving for more of the same.
Why is there a back
Can he hold off
that should not happen.
Here's Embiid.
Yeah,
Embiid punches it down.
And you do not want to be on the receiving end of that. Embiid throwing it down with some fun.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
I don't. Why would you give yourself back? But there had to be a reason for it. And the reason not the Lakers aren't dumb. There's some reason for it. I would assume that the first game of the back-to-back, nobody's going to play.
Just 5 on the clock.
Because the second game was just a balance.
Up 2 there. And now it's
I'm
a
gonna
10-76ers lead.
Can you imagine the look on the
Smooth shot from Lowry. Keeping it out of the defense's reach with the floater.
I mean, it is pretty
The 3 from Poole.
Can you
And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound.
And how angry they'd be about that, though?
Yeah.
Then again, don't schedule the season.
Pass to Oubre.
Yeah, I
And here's one.
why they,
I would think what I would do is I would make the game against Dallas the rest of the year.
Good D
And
by
then
Williamson.
you left everybody on the 17th
And he
of
drives in.
Sure, no, I'm with that.
That's in there. Murray with the assist.
Yeah, I would, you know what? I could see LeBron playing the ball.
Well, even when you know Williamson's going to drive the ball,
Wait.
there's not a whole lot you can do to stop him.
Next week?
Lowry, good.
Yeah, I guess you could.
And just adding insult
Yeah, I mean, like,
to
now,
injury. He just
I don't know, if I'm thinking
and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
It would shock me if you
Two from Williamson.
Oh, no,
And stolen by Maxey.
played
By our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. And it's all yours.
Thanks. Well, Jordan Poole, he's never shy. He said the big moments, end of the shot clock, end of the quarter, the end of the game, those are nothing.
All right, let's go
There's real
here.
life stuff that people should use the word pressure for. Basketball might be a little nerve-wracking for like 30 seconds. Guys,
He certainly plays without fear. All right, Allie, we thank you very much. Here's McCain. Offline with his 3. Pelicans trail by 10. Here's Murray. It's Drummond with the rebound.
Where does he sit on DeAndre?
And it's Maxey
I
with the
guess.
ball for the
This is going to sound like a
76ers.
pop-out answer, but
They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half.
So this is how political structure actually.
Shot clock at 5. The 76ers need to get off a shot. They get it again. Outside Edwards. Maxey with it. He's got 9. Another shot. And it's Williamson with the rebound. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. There's the 3. And Trey Murphy gets the 3.
This speaks to how confident Murphy is. Excellent at recognizing when to take these shots.
Here's Maxey. From in the screen to the inside. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on DeJounte Murray.
That's a big body to mess with. Drummond's
it's one of those things where I think
and he's good on the second.
the lineup do matters with DeAndre Ayton, and so I think like as a self-creator, as someone that's going to be expected to get a bucket.
109 left in the third.
Like I know he can do that, but I feel like specifically that's not what he can do.
And here's Hawkins. Pass to Alvarado.
So offensively, yeah.
Good D by Drummond.
Doesn't register as a block, and he did everything he wanted defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always
point
go
on
on
the
the
box
stat sheet.
Now, here's Maxey. 9 points in the game so far. Here's McCain. Another miss by Philadelphia. There's 25 seconds left to play here in the third. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time. Philadelphia leading by 8.
Yeah, offensively, I'm going to reserve judgment.
There's 18 seconds left in the third quarter of the game.
And this, trying to spread, even just getting double and triple.
Yeah. Now, here's Maxey.
Would be able to create easily the paint. There was an element where the Suns were not
driving in.
so worried about
Over in the corner, Edward.
And
so it's Philadelphia holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We come back right after this.
I thought the energy level was fine. I thought the rebounding was good. We were looking for the rim protection. He did a nice job blocking a couple of shots. Good timing.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter.
An okay performance.
They're going to turn over. They couldn't get it inbounds that time.
And when you're trying to cut into a lead, you can ill afford mistakes like that.
Yeah, that's just a lack of focus. Plays like that can really frustrate a coaching staff.
Yeah, some of that was turn the ball over 2 times. That's not ideal. I'm not saying it's good offensive game. He did, but I did think that there was some real positives. We can have it out there as well.
Yeah, I was just about to say, that's not by accident.
Again, New Orleans turns it over.
Yeah, like I said a little bit earlier, I think the Suns do. Like, we don't have a lot
the 76ers leading by 8.
It's like hard for DA and then, force it to pass the ball out or force turnover.
Maxey with it. Pass to McCain. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And timeout called by Willie Green. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team.
Like I said, I think like when